Hey guys, Jeff here, Dice Setters. So we were in Vegas last weekend, and I have some things to share with you. The first one, of course, this is a room key. This is not my player's card. I just want who out there is using a player's card, and who out there actually gets money on their player's card after they get done, let's say playing craps or playing slots. I mean, I do have a Caesars card. I use it really a lot because there's so many Caesar companies in Vegas that you're going to eventually stay at a Caesars place. So I do have my Caesars card. It's like one of the ones I always use all the time. But I just want to know, are you guys getting the comps like you're supposed to? Are you guys getting free dinners? Are you guys getting money put in that you can insert, the slot machine and get get that money? Just let me know in the comments, because I found that there's certain casinos that do a lot more than, say, Caesar. I'm staying at the Venetian, I don't know, March, I think, twice for free, and this is during the weekend, which is really, really cool for them to do. But I don't play at the Venetian. You say, why? I'd rather play where I'm going to get money back. That's the reason why. But just let me, put in the comments if you use your card, if you sit there and hand them the money and throw them your card, or what do you use your card for? I guess I should put it that way. What benefits are you looking for this card having when you put it down on the table? Just let me know in the comments. Another thing, I always like talking about my videos. I always like showing people how I sit there and throw the dice. And I had a customer and a friend past the 80s. He was a blackjack, not a dealer, but a person who played it. And he played a long time ago, to the point that he wanted, we took him actually back to Vegas. And he wanted to know what happened to that casino that was across from Circus Circus. And of course, I didn't know there was a casino across the street from Circus Circus. I mean, it's been gone. It's been gone for a while. But there was blackjack tables in Circus Circus that were only like $5, and it was at the Slots Fun, whatever that one is called, right there by Circus Circus. And of course, all that has changed. So it was kind of depressing for me watching the person's face when the things that they remember aren't there. But of course, that's kind of like going back and seeing your childhood house. It's not going to be the same because you have it up here, and then when you really see it, it changes it. The house doesn't seem as big. So it was kind of depressing. But the one thing he sat there and said was, hey, I see how you roll. I see how you do your arm and everything. He goes, I'm 80, whatever, too. He goes, I can't do that. My suggestion to you, if you're watching, you're like, you know what, I'd love to do that. I've got plenty of time to do that now, but my arm cannot physically do that. There are some people that might have been a mechanic. I'm a mechanic. There are certain things I physically cannot do. But let me tell you about yoga. If you sit there and invest some time in yoga, I guarantee it that you can sit there and be able to do everything that you see me do. And it's not hard exercise at all. It's basically stretching and breathing. Diamond Dallas Page, good one to watch. But if you're in that predicament, you're like, I wish I could throw that way. Just some basic yoga classes would help you tremendously. So let's get back to me playing in Vegas on Saturday and Sunday and Friday. It was a fantastic time. If you're new to craps, or you have a new throw, or you're trying a new strategy, go to the $5 tables. Please go to the $5 tables. You can make small mistakes, and they're not going to impact your pocket as bad. And if you make a mistake, you can fix it, and no one will really know that you just lost $20. But they will notice when you lose like $120. Because you have a $15 table or a $25 table, $50 table, $100 table. And I noticed some things that I was doing wrong, and it might be just for that table, but let me show it to you. My biggest thing was the iron cross. And the reason why I like the Iron Cross for is because you don't have very much money at risk, and because it should capture everything. So my Iron Cross is 1 unit on the 5, 6, 8. Whatever your units are. If they're 5, if they're 15, if they're 25, it don't matter. It works. So my Iron Cross is this. I could sit there and put 2 units here. And you say, well, what does that do? Well, when I hit the 6, I'll win 7. This guy goes away and I'll end up with $2 back. So if I double up here, I won't just get $2 when I roll a 6, an 8, or 5 because they don't appear on the field. But I'm trying to get by with least amount of money as possible on the table in case I sit there and screw up and roll a 7. So at first I was this way, and then say like the 5 came, and say our point is the 4. If the 5 came, they would pay me $2, and then I'd increase my 5 to double, and then the 6 would come, and then I'd increase my 6 by $6, and then the 8 would, and so it's just like, and then you have to take it all back down anyways, and you're not winning like you should be. So I thought about it. I thought, well, let's try this. So my next roll, I did something a little different. Say our point still is 4. I sat there and just stacked the money across. I thought, this will be the way. I will get money. I'll leave it up there for 6 rolls, and I'll take it down. After 5 rolls, guess how much money I had? Nothing. You're like, well, how can that be? How can it be you had no money? Because I was rolling horn numbers the whole entire time. So this way doesn't work either. Let me show you something else. I've always been a person that did not like this at all. Because I've seen so many people lose so much money. $4. Is $4 a lot? Probably not. If you were homeless or poor, $4 might sit there and get you a gallon of gas. But really, $4 truly isn't much. So what I started doing was, when it was my turn to roll, and only my turn to roll, I would tell the dealer, I want $1 on all the hardways. And if you can have whatever rolls you want to have. I have the rule that if I lose the hard way, I don't put it back up there. It's just a lost $1. It's not that big of a deal. When you think of it as just $1, you lost it, oh well. But if you did hit it, so this pays 9 to 1, so they're going to try to give you back $9. But what I would do in return was I'd sit there and say, no. Just parlay it. Parlay it means you're going to put back your winnings back up there. Now again, I only have $1 to lose here. I'm waiting to roll another hard way. You're like, well, where are the odds? Where are the odds? Where are the chances? It happens more often than you think, especially if I'm the one rolling and I know I have a certain way, certain flow. Now, if I never roll a hard way, I won't do this. But if I'm like, you know what? I've rolled 5 or 6 hard ways during my turn. Do it. It's only $1, truly 4. And if you do get it, parlay it. Because really that $9, it's truly only $9. But now we have $10. And now if I roll the hard way again, that's $90. If I lost $90 in the parking lot, don't you think I'd be looking for it? Yeah, I would be. So that makes it a little different. That might be something you might want to try the next time you go play craps in Vegas or wherever you might play. So I thought about my dilemma of having all the numbers marked and rolling nothing but horn numbers. So this is what I did the next time. I still sat there and said, give me 1 unit on every number. And this will work for you if you have $5 table, $10 table, 15, it doesn't matter. I was rolling horn numbers. Again, listen to what I said. I was rolling horn numbers. If you're not rolling horn numbers, don't do this. And again, $4 is only $4. But I would tell them, put $4 on the horn. I hit the horn. Not once, not twice, not 3 times. But I was hitting the horn 4 times in a row. That was, and then I'd miss the horn, and then I'd do it again. So then I thought about this concept. You risk $1 and then you parlay it in the hopes that you roll a hard 6, you're going to get $90. So why can't I use that strategy with the horn bet? And that is what's going to sit there. I mean, where I go, they don't have a bonus. But to me, this would be very close to having a sort of a bonus, because now, 30 to 1 is the big number I'm looking at. 30 to 1. So basically you have $1 bet on here, $1 bet on here, $1 bet on the 3, and $1 bet here. I think that's all of them. I don't know why there's a third one, but oh well, a fourth one. But if I hit this one and parlay it, so instead of having $1 here, I want to have $31 here. I parlay it and I hit it again. That's 30 times 30. That's a big deal. And again, it only started with $1. Can I lose $1? Sure. Every time I sit there and put my bet up on the pass line, I always stick $1 on craps. And you're like, well, that's a waste of money. As often as I hit this, it's truly not a waste of money. It's insurance. Do you have to have it? No. But when you sit there and lose your pass line every single time, when the come out line, you're trying to make something besides 2, 3, 11, and 12, it does help. So that's what I want to share with you. So I haven't tried rolling the way I rolled at Ellis Island, but I'm going to try. The last video, I was too tall. Well, I wouldn't say too tall. I was too high on my roll. It should have been lower, and that's the way I roll at Ellis Island. But let's see what happens, and let's see if we can do anything. So we're going to sit there and have $1. We're going to go ahead and start it up there. $1 each for the hard ways. We're going to have $1 on our crap. We're going to have $1 on the horn, but that won't start until the come out roll is done with. Leave this up here, but this is of course down right now. This guy here is off. These guys here are off. And these guys here are off. And I don't have the point. And again, if you didn't see the other video, it was a 6-4, so I'm actually seeing the 6 on top. The 4 is toward me. The 2 is this direction, and I'm going to do it again. So it is a hard way set. I'm just going to grab it and leave my arm level to the ground and toss it just like that. There goes a 4-2-6. So that was an easy 6. We're going to mark the 6. We're going to move our bet down to the 4. We're going to turn on our horn. We didn't have to use our C. We're going to turn on our hard ways. And we'll just see if I can sit there and possibly roll a horn. And like I said, each table is different. I'm different because I'm being videotaped. I'm being videotaped at the casino, but you don't realize it. And there goes a 7. So it does not work the same on my table as it does at Ellis Island. I would have to sit there and try something different. But that's my set at Ellis Island. It also works at the Rio. I don't know how many other tables it works. Their table is not as hard as mine. I have no padding whatsoever underneath this. The reasoning behind that, I mean, you sit there and, I don't know, want to give me a hard time about it or whatever. Once COVID hit, all the tables that I enjoy going to, they went to a hard table. The biggest one was the Golden Nugget. And I haven't been back to the Golden Nugget in like almost a year. And that's what I wanted to practice on. I wanted to practice on a super hard table. Now that I have a super hard table, and now that I'm going to places that aren't bouncy, but they're not hard, I almost want to put in one layer. And I might do that. And then, again, we'll have to change my whole table. All this will have to come off. But that's where I'm at. And so if you're like, well, how come you play with such a hard table? That's the reason why. Because Sunset Point, Sunset Station, Golden Nugget, there's a casino right across the street from the Golden Nugget. I don't remember the name of it. And theirs is just like this. Absolutely rock hard. And that's what I could not roll on a hard table. I could always roll on a bouncy table, but I could not do, just didn't work. But this is what I used during the weekend. It worked fantastic. Leave comments about your cards. What do you expect from them? How do you use them? What's the most you've ever gotten from, a comp? A free room, a free week. I don't know. There's got to be some good stories there somewhere. But let me know. Like, share, subscribe. And please, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I would like to go live. I'm in Vegas at least every other weekend. And there are times that I want to put my phone on and have it right to YouTube and just share something. But I can't because I can't go live. I can go live on Facebook, but that's something different. But anyhow, if we can get it up to 3,000, we'll be there. I plan on getting shirts. Of course, the only thing I wear is tank tops, but I'll get some shirts for normal people. It might have dice setters on it or something. But leave me a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, look through the videos. There's got to be one that you might enjoy. Have a good one, guys. See ya.